What's going on, Nikki?
Hey, hey, hey.
Shout out to everybody. Shout out to all my Dominican Route family. Y'all look at the background. I'm at Troy's house. Troy is amazing, my brother. He's my brother in Christ. like
That's
prime,
hilarious.
like prime, like like prime time told me. I'm my brother in Christ. Troy
Oh
always
my
sees me about
God.
that.
You're my brother in Christ.
Yeah. Hey, we in Punta Cana. Tomorrow we are going to pick up Dominga's wedding dress. So I'm excited about that. We got to learn how to do the clapping hands thing. We got to learn how to do all that.
That's somewhere in here.
Yeah. So I'm going to send the shout outs while you kind of mess around and look. Shout out to Dr. HP Black for being one of our new members. Thank you so much for being a member and supporting the channel. Yes. What's that word you always say? What's the word you always you say when somebody salute? Wepa?
Wepa.
You ever heard of wepa before? Oh, y'all using Puerto Rico? The wepa means like salute. Okay,
no,
yeah.
Whoop, whoop.
Way to go. Yeah, wepa. Hey, thank you so much. All the members. I'm gonna stop real quick. I want to send a thank you to everybody that's donated money toward the orphanage, towards the Dominican route. We're a growing channel. Um, Actually, we can do some other things to grow faster, but we want to keep it professional and clean, and we want to just do our best to help people out. We're not perfect, but we try our best and just show the culture. And that's what we're talking about today. Why is the Dominican Republic number one in mental health? It's a poll just came out, and if you guys check it out, go to Google, check it out. That the Dominican Republic is number one in mental health, and I'm going to share why I believe it's number one. And Nikki, I don't know about you. I don't know how you feel about it, but my mind, I have a peace of mind. We all went through something. I'm not the only one went through something. Everybody that's listening, all the 20 people that's listening right now, everybody went through something. Everybody has a testimony. I don't think I'm perfect or I'm the only one that got a testimony. We all been through hell. We've been through shit before. And so I want to tell you guys how the Dominican Republic really helps me mentally. And that's it. I'm going to send the shout outs real quick. Quan, always good to see you, brother. 1993. Pimp Boy, what's going on, man? It's always good to see you, brother. I'm at Troy's house, y'all, and my brother, man, he is taking care of us. Dominga and her best friend, they're over here cooking and just the whole family. And I'm gonna bring some people in. You scared to get on the camera? No. Come on over real quick, brother. This one of my first subscribers ever. We were supposed to link up a long time ago, and we didn't. But now we're close right there. Tell everybody your name.
Roberto.
This is Roberto.
How y'all doing?
Hey,
All right.
Roberto and Troy are very close. He lives here, and Roberto, as a matter of fact, he was at the when I proposed to Dominga. He was at the beach. He was in Punta Cana. So yeah, I just wanted to say, man, thank you, Roberto, for everything.
You're
man.
welcome,
I
man.
appreciate it, brother. Yeah.
No
Thanks, man.
Bye, y'all.
Troy, come over when you can, man. Because people starting to ask about you. So where Troy? Here go Troy's fake background. It looked like a pool. You know, Troy be stunting. It ain't no real pool. It's a green screen. Him and Rico do the green screen thing all the time.
See if I can get in here, man.
You got it, bro.
Get in here. What's up? What's happening, everybody?
Shout out to
Hey, what's up?
I see you over there glowing. What you got? Cocoa butter on or something?
Well, I've been doing some things. Good
What
to
you got
see you.
going on over there, man?
Yeah, what you got going on over there? Yeah, I know a man over there. Yeah. Hey, so shout out to Miss Sharonda, Black Crypto, um, Armando. What's going on, brother? Next weekend, Armando will be on part 2 about um, giving his Dominican point of view. Him and his father talking about racism and culture and just the whole nine, and what they saw as a Dominican.
Yeah, Coach Boy mixed this drink up, man. This drink. I'm probably gonna put the drink down.
What's this called again?
I don't know, but it tastes like sandalwood.
What's that? Go ahead.
It tastes like sandalwood.
Let me tell you something, Troy. Listen to me. One thing I love about you are your lips. You got great lips. I love your lips. Good to see you.
That's it.
I got that African phenome going on over here. You heard?
I love it, man.
Yes, it's the best.
I love coming in Troy house. It made me feel so good. He got beautiful ebony women from Africa all over his house, and I love it. I love it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's where it all started, man. I mean, the first scientifically they found the first human remains of a black woman.
That's right. Yeah, that was the creator.
So
hey, Troy got. I'm gonna show a video. Troy got his not Airbnb. He hadn't decided to Airbnb it out yet, so I'm not gonna speak on that.
It's coming.
But he's letting us stay in there tonight. Me and Domingo gonna break it in, and we're gonna be we're gonna
yes, break it in. Yes, break it in.
So anyway, now let me keep it PG-13. Me and Domingo gonna stay the night there in the 1-bedroom, 1 bath. It's so beautiful. I'm gonna do a video of it, y'all. It's so nice. Go ahead, Troy. Go ahead.
Nah, man. I mean, what we talking about tonight, everybody?
Why is the Dominican Republic #1 in mental health? So
mental health. It's the sun.
Yeah,
it's the sun. Look, listen to me, people. The closer you are to the equator, you'll see the vegetation is more beautiful, the air is better, the water looks better. You got to get close to the equator. I don't care where you go, but it's the sun, man. You know what I'm saying? It's the sun. The sun, man. The sun is providing the green vegetation that the people are eating here.
Giving you energy. That's it.
The sun is fun. Let me just say this quickly. Favor. Thank you, baby girl. She said that Nikki's looking hot. Thank you for that. I just got out of the sun. I was in the sun for like 5 hours. So thank you for that.
Hey, Nikki. Yeah, you always glowing. You look great, sister. It's a group of people. It's a group of people that's saying that the Dominican Republic is not happening. And then I just saw the poll. Every year they do a poll, and the Dominican Republic is #1 in mental health. So that tells you right there, some people ain't telling the truth. Some people move around, but that's okay. You can move around. That's on you.
Hey, listen. It's not going to be for everybody.
That's right.
There's different places. Yeah, there's different places. Everything ain't for everybody. So this isn't the only place on the planet. I look at myself as a world citizen. Like I can go anywhere. But I used to travel a lot. I've been to a lot of places through the military and just through traveling. But for me, this crossed all the T's and dotted all the I's, man. It made sense for me.
Yeah.
It's closer to the East. It's close to the East Coast. I can be home within 4 hours. My mom can get here within 4 hours. If something happens, that's why I like it here. Like, honestly, I want to get further, but I gotta think about I'm not just thinking about myself. So when I think about DR, I'm thinking about like my family can come visit. It's not far. When you move places like, say I wanted to go to Thailand, it would take my mother can't take a flight to Thailand.
Yeah,
my father's not gonna take. It's too far.
Right.
I wouldn't put that on her. My daughter. I mean, you want to put somebody on a plane for 18, 16 hours? I'm not doing that. You know what I'm saying? So for me to live, this is where it's at. You know what I mean? And you can't. The other place that you go to that are beautiful that everybody likes to go to, can you own land there?
That's right. Yeah, we can't own land there.
I'm not trying to own just a condo. I need to own some land. Like this, it's about being totally free. Like when you here in DR, you feel free. Like you don't feel like there's no cops patrolling the streets. You don't feel like the cops is gonna get behind you. I don't think the cops is gonna beat me up. I don't think some crazy kid that's having a bad day at home is gonna come shoot up the school or shoot up the supermarket.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
Oh my God. I was really thinking about that today while I was in the supermercado.
Yeah, it's okay here.
That's a good point. Let me say this, Troy. I would never go in the United States to a block party, but you can go to block parties.
Wait. Nah.
Wait a minute, Troy. Every block, I've been to block parties, and I ain't never have no problems.
The ones I want to go to, you can't go. I want to go to the ones. What's that? Avenue 47. What is that? What is that shit?
Oh, the 42.
Yeah.
42.
I want to go in the hood.
You talked about the worst of the worst.
That's where I want to go, and I know I can't go there.
I ain't never been there.
That's where I want to go.
Yeah.
I want to go there. I know the block parties and I've been to a couple of them myself. They nice. You chilling. You don't gotta remember nobody shooting. Nobody's gonna shoot the party up.
No.
But where I want to go, that's where they go shoot the party.
Yeah, that's right.
That's where I want to go.
Yeah, you might as well go to New Orleans.
They getting it cracking at that joint. That's what I saw. This one video after they all left. It was like hundreds of Presidente bottles all on the ground. Like the whole block was just full of like Presidente bottles. It was something major that went on, but it was in Santo Domingo, and they had like. I'm like, yo, a smart man, like, man, I would have been out there getting all them bottles.
Oh, man.
That's free money on the ground.
Shout out to Mr. Pepper. What's going on, brother? Easy, what's going on? Hey, Easy, I heard you talking about me on Troy Channel, talking about I ain't going to ever get on Troy Channel. And now, hey, I got you. I got your number, brother. I got you. Armando says it's ironic that yet we are one of the countries with the worst education in America, and we're gonna talk about that, Mr. Armando.
Hold on, let me slide.
Go ahead, bro.
Listen, the more you know, the more sad you are gonna be.
That's right.
So, you know, when you in the States, you got access to a lot of information. We're very, you know what I mean, the government stuff, everything is transparent. Court stuff, you can go online and look up everything. And the more you find out about what's really going on in the world, the more sad you're gonna be. Unfortunately, in the United States, we're in everything. We're everywhere and we're into everything that's going on, every conflict that's going on. And then if you turn on the news, you're constantly gonna be stressed out, thinking that you gotta have a heart and feel bad about everything going on. Here, I don't think people even care about what's going on outside of here.
No, they don't.
Like, you know what I'm saying? No, you have that luxury.
They pay attention to Haiti a little bit, but that's about it.
I wouldn't.
That's their backyard. Yeah, a little bit.
I wouldn't. But here, it's man. I'm telling you, the vibe is so beautiful.
It is.
You don't even think about.
No, you don't even feel it. And you know what? I went to the military parade. I did not know that the Dominican Republic military was that deep. They got airplanes. They got helicopters. They got so many branches in the military. They got SWAT. They got whatever you name. They got it. And I mean, so. I seen the military, and me I used to be in the military.
Yeah, it's cute.
It's cute. I'm talking about. Listen, Troy, don't compare it with the United States. I'm not compare it to like. If
I'm comparing it to something. If something pop off.
Just only something pop off in Haiti. If something.
Oh my God! No, Troy is so right, because let me tell you something.
If something pop off.
No disrespect, but it's like a little sprinkle. Meanwhile, ours is like pouring water for like 3 days.
I was a part of the. I was a part of the best of the best, and I'm gonna tell you, I seen y'all. It's like. It's in Santo Domingo. I got lost in something, and I came on like a road where I was by like the Navy stuff, and then you kind of see like the Air Force stuff, and like, you know, for what the main thing is, you got shit. They have stuff. That's the main thing they have. They have the capability. They have the capability to get it popping.
Hey, Mr. Mondo got on you a little bit. No army compares to the U.S. That's right, Mr. Mondo.
But I'm not comparing.
No, but
I'm not comparing.
No,
I'm not comparing. I'm just saying I saw and being in the military. It's like Yeah, it's like it's probably how Dominicans feel about baseball players. Like, yeah, you American baseball players, you're playing baseball.
Right.
They ain't
Oh,
no real.
baby.
What you guys are doing in America? It's like baseball.
Let me ask you this, Troy.
Yeah.
Do you think that the Dominican Republic can take Haiti with no problem? That's the question.
No, because war. Listen. All war is a problem.
Of course, we don't want to see war, but
all war is a problem, and it's what it's gonna come down to: who has the most to lose? Who has nothing to lose? Haiti has nothing to lose. Do not underestimate Haiti. That's what we did to Vietnam, and we went into Vietnam thinking we got all this stuff. They don't have nothing. Blah blah blah, and look what happened.
Yeah.
Be mindful. Be mindful.
Mm-hmm.
War is war. Mm-hmm. War is war.
Yeah.
Be mindful.
Haitian Gunman says, shout out to you, brother. The harder they come, the harder they fall.
You see what happened to us.
But we got
an L. The best military in the world has an L on the books.
Yeah. They don't want to say a L, but they got an L.
It was an L.
Mm-hmm.
They had
to back out.
Yeah. Now it was like 7. Started. I think it's. I thought. Well, yeah, but it still was going. It was still going on after. There was some shit going on afterwards too.
Yeah, it's interesting. I didn't even think about it like that, but you just see so many. Haiti
don't underestimate the Zoes, and the Zoes were the first ones to get liberated.
That's true.
Are you sure you want to play with them? Like you keep on thinking they just gonna run over there and kick over their sandcastle. Okay.
No, it ain't gonna pop off like
that.
Ask
the French. Ask the French.
Sharonda, right. Yes. I will see you in the campo, in el campo. I'll see you there. Thank you for tuning in today.
Shout out to Rick James. What's going on, brother? It's shout out to you. So let's talk about the mental well-being so we can stay on task. But that gave me some energy right there.
It's the sun, man. I'm telling you, it's being close to the sun, being close to the water, being close to nature. The air is not polluted. Like I used to live by South Jersey, and it was a nuclear plant in South Jersey. So like, man, you don't want to, man. Listen, look at the cancer rate around like places that have nuclear plants and stuff like that, or have big electrical plants and stuff like that.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Then look at the air. Like the air is beautiful. Like the air is beautiful here. I haven't seen a chemtrail once.
Right.
I haven't seen one chemtrail.
Shout out to my brother Kicks and Travel, man. It's always good to see you on here, brother. No, that's true, man. I think what's his name? I don't even think that Haiti would do some shit like that. Like Haiti's not. They got like a civil war going on. They're not take care of their own.
They're not trying to come over in DR and take over no provinces and shit like that. It ain't gonna. I don't see it happening. Yeah. And not for nothing, I'm the farthest way you
all the way on the other end.
I'll be watching from over here like, damn.
Listen, if we're gonna stay on task, I'm gonna say this. I want to say that I definitely feel like the reason why the mental health like, why it's like everyone here has a higher they're more relaxed and just like not worried, because they're so accepting of like, this is my situation. This is what I'm living in, and how blessed are we to have great weather all the time.
It's summer all year long.
Here and there, huh?
It's summer all year long.
Summer all year long. That's stuff. Vegetation stuff is
spring. Because right now I feel like we're in spring over here. It doesn't feel so to me. Let me tell you that. Because at night I'm like, oh my God, it's a little bit crisp.
Oh.
Little jacket or whatever.
Easy, what's going on, brother? What's up, Easy?
Not much, bro. Morning to you. What's going on, y'all? How y'all feeling?
We're saucy.
Good, brother. Good.
I hear that. That ball looking real nice.
I told you it's coming, right? Then I tell you. See?
And it fits. It looks real good, bro. Can't wait. What kind of bottle you want me to bring? I'll bring you two. I'll bring you a dark one and a light one.
Bring what you drink. Bring what you drink.
So
Whenever
some
you
food.
come, we're gonna pull it out. You come back
All right.
down, we're gonna pull it out.
Hey, Easy, bring him like a sign, like a Budweiser or
Yeah,
we're trying to dress it up too. So bring like a little.
You know what?
Bring a
I could
sign.
definitely do that. I just went to Costco's today. I got it for you.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah, we appreciate that, man.
Hey, let me give you guys Easy. Is it okay if I give my point of view about what I think about my mental health?
Yeah, go ahead, hit him.
Yeah, it's your channel.
I know, brother, but I just gotta ask because I know
I'll
was
tell
about
you.
to
That's
say
Southern hospitality.
I know it. Sometimes it's a bad thing. Sometimes.
No, it's not. It's not. It's not. My family's from North Cat. I understand.
I appreciate it. Yeah, I appreciate it. So, Nikki, I'll tell you from me. So I was so happy to see that the Dominican Republic was #1, and because I didn't know if it was just me or I was like so depressed in the United States after I was assaulted and the lies came out and all of that stuff. But when I came here, I felt so at peace. And when I go back to the United States, it feels draining. Now I'm talking about me. I'm not talking bad about the U.S. I don't think
the same way, John.
I know. But so I don't want people to think that I'm like, oh, the United States ain't shit. I'm not trying to say that. I'm trying to say how I feel and Nikki feels also. So go ahead. You was about to say something?
No, I agree with that. You know, before I came here, we had several personal conversations, and you were just like, "Oh my God, I gotta get you out of there, Nikki. Like you are sounding really, really down." And I was like, "Yes, please." And you were like, "Say less."
Oh yeah. So let me tell y'all this. So after my second major surgery, when I came to the Dominican Republic, my body started feeling better. And, you know, I deal with a lot of chronic pain right now. Like I have nerve damage. Y'all see me moving my hand sometimes because sometimes my hand goes numb. But it's less of that in the Dominican Republic because I guess the weather, and I keep my shoes off a lot. Me and baby Jordan, we walk around in our shoes without our shoes on in the grass. And because somebody, go ahead.
You're probably about to say this. Someone told you that that's called grounding.
That's right. That's what somebody told me. So me and Jordan walk around. Easy. Have you ever heard of that? Like the grounding or whatever?
They call it grounding or earthing.
Oh, your feet touching the ground?
Yes.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
Yeah. So so that's how I feel, man. I feel great. And when I go back to the United States, my body gets real tight. And I don't know if it's because of the memories that I had. Because when I go to Texas, you know, I was assaulted in Texas. And even when I go to Texas, I start kind of having flashbacks and stuff. So I don't know. It's just something y'all think I'm always peachy and happy and stuff. But I got to make myself happy because some flashbacks come back. And the Dominican Republic really helps me out with that because sometimes I have anxiety and sometimes I get stressed out. And y'all see the happy-go-lucky John, and no, I'm not happy all the time. And thank God I have a wife, soon-to-be wife, that at 2:00 in the morning she don't complain. She massages my back. She gets the heat pack. She gets the ice pack, and I'm blessed to have Domingo also. So that's all. I wanted to put my 2 cents in about my mental health. So there it is. I'm off my soapbox. Y'all, somebody go ahead and say something.
Coach, can I say something?
Yeah, go ahead,
Oh,
Black.
yeah, sorry. I didn't mean to cut off Nikki. Go ahead.
I think Easy might have wanted to say something before you. Let me see.
No, I agree with you. I think that I notice the difference every time I go out there and come back. No matter how short the trip, I just feel like a load comes off of me. Also, the food is just natural out there. And many of the expats I've talked to who moved out there, the veterans, one of them said they always say they feel better. One of them said he was making more bowel movements, he was losing weight, but in a healthy way. What happened was his body was getting rid of all the food from America, which has the chemicals in it. And he said he learned that because he was like, yo, I'm losing. He lost like 15 pounds. So, he went to a vet out there and they said, no, you eating natural food now. Your body's letting go of all the toxins from America.
Hey, Easy, let me tell you this. Since you said that, that made me think about something. See, I take gabapentin. I gotta take gabapentin because I take 600 milligrams of gabapentin, and it helps out with my nerve damage, and it makes me constipated. And when I eat the food here, I'm not as constipated because I'm eating the Dominican food like avocados and stuff like that. But that's all I wanted to say, Easy. I'm sorry. Yeah.
No, absolutely. No, absolutely. Our body's not meant to hold on to food like that. But in America, we eating so much stuff that's not food, or it's like 80% food and 20% chemicals.
That's
So,
crazy. That's right. It's not even real. It's not even real food.
and they just passed a law or something like that where the fruit in the grocery store now it'll be the same fruit, avocados, and there'll be two different types. They'll have one that's GMO or genetically modified, and one that's natural. You would have to know the code to know which one is which.
But you got to pay more for it, Easy. That's crazy, man. You got to pay more to be healthy in the United States.
That is crazy.
It is.
Well, that's how it goes, though. It's been going that way for quite some time.
Well,
Yeah.
I could tell
Be
you,
more healthy.
I could tell you that my last couple of visits, I picked up on that. The last time I was here was January and December, January. I lost 10 pounds. Coach, we went to Burger King, and remember what I told you? I said, yo, it tastes like when we were the burgers over there taste like when we was kids, when
That's
it
right.
was still real food.
It
And I
does.
even
The
told
meat
my
tastes.
son that.
You're right, brother. You're right.
That just it's something in the back. I said, yo, I haven't tasted a burger this good. I didn't have to run to the bathroom after that. And like I said, every time I come there, I lose. Was it 10 pounds? The time before that, I lost 15 pounds. The minute I come back here, man, the weight come right back on.
That's crazy.
Absolutely comes back on. It's the sun, bro. When I get
Yeah.
off the plane in DR, whether it's Punta Cana, Santo Domingo,
That's
man,
true.
just
Let
when
me
you coming
let me
in for
answer
your
this.
landing,
Let me answer this question. Shout out to you, brother. This must be his first time on our channel. Yeah, me and Domingos, we've been together for how many times have you been in the Dominican Republic? I live here. so I've been here since 2020. So yeah, me and Dominga we got engaged about 2 or 3 months ago. So anyway, there's your answer, brother. I didn't propose to the first woman I saw when I got off the airplane. Anyway, a shout out to DMR. What's going on, DMR? What's going on, brother?
Hey, y'all, how y'all doing?
All right. Hey, I want to try to stay on topic. So Easy and DMR and Nikki. I mean, I know Nikki gonna bring us back on topic, but y'all make sure y'all stay on topic with. Yes, baby, I'm hungry right now. Yeah, right now. Yes, thank you, baby. With the subject, what y'all think about the mental Dominican Republic being number 1 in the world in mental health?
no
How do they
surprise.
measure that though? How do they measure that? How did they measure that?
Let me see. Nikki, can you bring that video up where the guy said you know what? I'm just gonna turn my phone around and show y'all. See, that's a great question, Easy. Hold on one second. Give me 1 second. Here it is.
Massive news. Dominican Republic tops the world charts in mental well-being. Check this out. There it is, right there.
Oh, that guy.
For mental well-being, Dominican Republic. And down here, unfortunately, my home country, United States, 29th, I think that says, and the United Kingdom is second to last out of the 71 countries polled in this thing. This studied self-esteem, mood, and outlook on life. DR, right at the top. I mean, honestly, this is like data that puts into real numbers what I've been talking about, the feeling of being down here, just the culture.
All right. I remember his video.
The connection people have
Okay.
to one another.
Yeah.
I remember his video. Can I say this though?
Go ahead.
Somebody just showed me a video of a bunch of Dominicans who got into a boat and speedboat from Dominican Republic to Puerto Rico. There's a lot of people trying to run to my country for what? If my country is that depressing.
Right. Say that. Start over again. I didn't hear the first part, brother. Please.
Somebody showed me a video on Instagram where a boat full of Dominicans were in a speedboat heading for Puerto Rico. Because if they get to Puerto Rico, it's like getting to the mainland. You're in U.S. territory.
Right.
So I myself know some Dominicans who have crossed the border from Mexico to the U.S. So if you got a lot of Dominicans trying to get into America, America can't be that bad. That's why I asked what the metrics were.
Well,
But I do see a lot of Dominicans have good positive outlook because they believe in God, they believe in family.
Right. But you
You know
probably
what I'm saying?
know why you smart enough to know why that is. We can speak on this side because I got a disability check coming in. Troy is retired. People, people don't have to worry about making $2.75 an hour, $3.50 an hour. So that's what that's what they probably trying to do. Easy, they probably trying to find a better life.
But that's my point. So life there can't be all sunshine if you're trying to leave, if you have a number of people who are leaving the country to make money.
That's true. That's true.
I will say their outlook as far as the way their family connection and all that is stronger than you might see in some parts of America. But y'all coming here, even if you come in here legally to make a better life, you still feel you need to come here.
Yep. Hey, DMR, what's up, brother? How you doing?
Hey, John, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, go ahead. I know you've been to the Dominican Republic. How did you feel when you first came here?
I felt good, man. I had cried when I was about to leave.
Oh my! I've done it.
I cried. I literally cried because, like, although I'm there as a tourist, I'm on vacation, but I still, it's a lot of stuff that I felt that I didn't get here. You know what I'm saying? I had left, and that was my first time having Haitian food. I had Haitian food at this mom and pop. I'm not gonna say it's a restaurant, but it was just a spot to sit down and eat in Boca Chica. And the food was real good, man. And I just like the island, man. I wish I could stay there, full time like y'all, man.
How long were you here? So when you left and you were upset, how long?
Well,
what was that?
I was there for 8 days. I know it's not that long, but still, I still travel all over. So, I've been to Morocco 3 times. I've been all over. So every time I leave the United States, because I don't have to like, I know these areas got their issues, but here at home, y'all know this. It's a lot of stuff going on, man. It's a lot of turmoil here, and sometimes I just like to fly and just go someplace where I don't see nobody I know. I can just sit on the beach, man, and just sit and just clear my head. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I want to say this though. When you're saying that 8 days isn't a lot, I think that for the average person, when they leave the country to go somewhere and stay for a good couple of days,
right?
Just like Favor said, she cried. She was there for 10 days. I cried after being here for my first 8 days as well. And
right.
It was my first time ever out of the country. So, and then it being here, I know exactly what you mean. It's just there's no way to describe that feeling of when you get off the plane. And then walking out of the airport and that Caribbean
right
there's nothing like it. Oh my God. So I understood when you said that, you cried.
That's cool. Hey, we got somebody up that's new on the panel, man. Thanks so much for coming up, brother. Truth. What's your name? Are you new on the channel, brother?
Yeah, kind of. It's brother Fred, man. We actually been talking on WhatsApp, you and me, about me actually talking to you about the orphan. I'm in DR right now, actually. I'm actually leaving tomorrow though, but I know we'll link up. I know you be busy sometimes with a lot of brothers, so that's why I ain't even want to keep bothering you or nothing. But I
No, you
still was
good.
interested in the orphan thing. But
Yeah.
yeah, maybe
Hey,
next time.
okay, I got you now. Yeah, I be these stage names and these real names. That's I got you. What's going on, brother? How you doing?
Oh, I'm good, brother. How you doing? How y'all doing, everybody on the panel?
Hey, sir, how you doing?
Go ahead,
Good,
brother.
good.
Go ahead. Give me a comment on the DR and what you think.
I mean, well, I like the DR. For one, it's right here by the United States, so I think it's just an easy hop. But also, when you come to the DR, and I've been to a lot of countries, Colombia, Brazil, and Africa, and stayed in some of those places. I just think that the relatability. A lot of Dominicans remind me of African Americans. They just speak in Spanish. Not to say that none of the other countries do, but I think the relatability is big. When I'm in the barbershop or when I'm just in local neighborhoods, I think it's very nice. And like you said, man, like when you come here, the anxiety leaves you because when you're growing up in the neighborhoods in the United States, you're always looking out.
Where you from, brother? If you don't mind me.
I'm from Chicago originally.
Chi-town. Okay, gotcha. Okay.
Oh man,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Keep going.
Chi-town.
Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, no, and it's so yeah, I like it. Like today I was just cruising through El Conde, and it's just it's peaceful. Even in Santo Domingo, and I like the countryside. I guess what's that? The Campo. I like the countryside more because that's my lifestyle. Because it's I love the La Playa, the beach life. But that's the thing about the Dominican Republic. It's an island, but it has so many like climates. I mean, you can find a desert. You can find you can go to I think it's Jarabacoa or something.
Yeah, Jarabacoa, yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can find a different climate there. Then if you want the beach lifestyle, you can do that. If you just want to be out in the middle of nowhere, you can do that. So for a small island, it just has so many. It's just very diverse, and so I really enjoy that about it. The food is, of course, compared to the United States is
oh yeah,
better because we got poison out there.
Let me ask Easy this. Easy, your family and you from Puerto Rico, right? Your family?
Me? No.
Yeah.
No, my father's black, Puerto Rican, and Italian, but I'm African American.
Have you ever been to Puerto
Rico? From North Carolina. No, I've never been to Puerto Rico.
Man, I'm telling you, Puerto Rico gives you the Dominican feel, but
or English, I would imagine.
But the prices and
American prices.
It's so draining, and I'll tell you this: the light-skinned people in Puerto Rico, they think they are white, and they don't talk to dark-skinned people and even brown people. And I got a Puerto Rican right in front of me, but I lived there for 1 year, and I was like, man. You see all the iguanas and you see the beautiful. It reminds you with the hills and mountains like the Dominican Republic. But it's like the United States stripped Puerto Rico of the beautiful surrealness, if y'all can understand what I'm saying.
I would have never guessed that because I have so many Puerto Rican friends and majority of them are light skinned. They're not even the darker ones. And I've never been treated differently. I would have never guessed. And again, I perhaps it's because they are Puerto Ricans that live here, and some of them are New Yorkers, and majority of them though do speak Spanish. I've not really hung out with many Puerto Ricans who don't speak Spanish because that wasn't really my.
I would say.
Hey, DMR.
I would say this. Growing up in Brooklyn, New York, I had a lady who was like an aunt to me, and she used to watch me when I was a kid. She was Puerto Rican. All the Puerto Ricans I know, except for like two, but that was when I was in the Navy, and they were very light skinned, had their hair slicked back, probably could pass for Italian, and they were some of the most like I'm not like you. Don't try to get. One of them was named I would say Montano. But he went on to be the captain of a submarine. But you talking about somebody who was arrogant and did his best not to associate with anybody but white people? Other than that, Puerto Ricans, all the Puerto Ricans I know, and Puerto Ricans are down for justice. They will let somebody act crazy, come up with some racist. Puerto Ricans will be down for whatever.
That's right. We got a
Yeah.
we got a Puerto Rican right
I'm
here in
Puerto
the house.
Rican. Yeah.
So by the airport, they have a group
Yeah,
of
you have
dark-skinned people.
you have in Puerto Rico, you have Luis Aldea and what's that other place? Luis Aldea. It's a bunch of dark skinned people, but there they do a lot of bomba y plena, which is old school like African beats, and the women dance and they pull their dresses up, and they doing that type of dance. So
Do you
it's
think?
in Carolina and Luis Aldea.
Do you think? Hold on 1 second. Nick. I'm sorry, Nick. Do you think they have a color problem in Puerto Rico, and is it worse than the Dominican Republic, or is it the same?
I think it's a little worse. Or I have cousins that are blonde haired, blue eyes, and my grandmother used to say they the children of God.
Wow.
So she used to
Wow.
give them $1. She used to give them $1 and used to give me and my brothers a quarter. And they used
Wow.
to say, yeah. And she used to say, those are my dad's name. My dad's name. They used to say those are Raphael's blackness. So,
but you don't feel that.
I
You don't feel
experienced
you
racism
experience it.
from my own family.
Wow. That's deep.
That's deep.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey, let me ask y'all this about Puerto Rico. Do they treat the Tainos that got the brown skin and the caramel skin the same as us? Or do they look at them as white also?
Say that again.
Yes. Yeah. I'll ask them. Or do they treat the brown skin like indigenous people as dark skinned people or light skinned people in Puerto Rico?
In Puerto Rico, like my complexion,
Yeah,
you
like-
dark skin.
Oh, you dark skinned.
Yeah.
So because he's
I'm considered.
you about my color.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah.
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 So they treat the Tainos, right? The Tainos that's kind of brown, light brown skin. They treat them the same way.
Kind of, and,
Yeah.
and it's not everyone.
No.
I mean, I was in Atlanta and I had a lot of Latino friends, and I had problems with them, because I ride motorcycles, and when I would invite my African American friends, I used to have problems with them, and I tell them either y'all afraid of them or y'all racist. It's one
Right.
or the other,
Right.
or both, But my kids are African American. My kids will tell you if you meet them, they tell you they Black American.
Wow.
'cause their
Right.
mother's
I never heard that. I
African-American.
never heard that before.
Yeah. That's what I grew up around. And even if both their parents were Puerto Rican, all the Puerto Ricans I grew up around in New York City, they down for whatever. I'll be honest with you.
You ever heard that terminology?
Yeah, I have. No, I have. I grew up around that. But
Yeah.
I was going to say, I want to take it even more that when it comes to growing up in New York City, I've experienced racism from Dominicans, and I've never experienced from a Puerto Rican. Never.
Yeah.
Until I was in the Navy.
I'll tell you.
I've been told. I just want to say this one last thing.
Go ahead, Easy.
I've been told I was in a Dominican bar, and the dude told me, "Yo, this is a Dominican bar." I said, "Oh," I finished my beer and left. That was in Brooklyn.
And I'll say this: it's
So
not
hold on,
war, it's not
sir.
war, because I've met light-skinned Puerto Ricans that you would think they white, and they was cool as heck. I mean, down for the cause and everything. But in every
Yes.
nationality, because you even have African Americans that are racist. If they lighter
I agree.
than other ones, they think they're better because they lighter. So in every race, you're gonna have that situation.
Do you feel that real quick? Do you feel that in the Dominican Republic, like any racism? Because I don't.
I don't. I do not feel it at all.
Yeah, and that's a beautiful thing,
Yeah.
also, right?
Yep.
Yeah, and yeah, I mean, white people. I mean, you got people from Spain, from Europe, from all the United States. They treat you with respect. I guess because they're the minority.
Yeah, they're the minority.
And,
So.
and they got the beautiful black girls and the Haitian beautiful girls. And they're 70, 80 years old, and they got these beautiful chocolate Dominican and Haitian women, and they don't want no trouble. They ain't trying to say that the white people are better. They just want to live their life and just be at peace. So that's all I want to say.
Hey, excuse me.
Thank you.
Excuse me. The brother that was talking about the bar situation. You said that you drank your beer and left. Why you leave?
Because he was letting me know that this bar was not catering to me.
Wow.
He wasn't saying it as a matter of fact. That was my second time there.
Right.
And that was in the States?
That was in New York?
That was in Brooklyn, over by the J train.
Okay. Yeah. Over there.
Now this was back.
A train?
No, by the J train on Broadway.
On Broadway.
Broadway and Gate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, so hold on, cause it's kind of strange to me. So it seemed like to me that the Dominicans in New York, and I hate to say it like this, they have a problem with black people, but when you go to their country, it's really not. I mean, it can be like that, but it's not blatant. Can y'all answer that?
Listen, man, I'm from the Bronx, and I can tell you,
yeah.
I can tell you, the Dominicans in New York don't act like the Dominicans back in DR. Now you got some variations. Now if they go back and forth, you know, some of them try to act like the ones in New York, because they be watching all these videos and stuff. But it's the same thing with Puerto Rico. The Puerto Ricans in Puerto Rico don't act like the Puerto Ricans in New York unless they're coming from New York.
Okay.
Hold on, they got something to say.
I'm gonna say something about that, right? I'm Puerto Rican from New York, but there's a lot of Puerto Ricans that come straight from the island, and they call us New York Ricans. Like it's separate. Like we're not Puerto Ricans. You know, they'll call us, oh, you're not a real Puerto Rican, you're a New York Rican.
That's crazy.
Puerto Rican, yeah, I've heard that before. New Rican.
You're not real Puerto Rican, you're a New York Rican. So yeah, we and you have a lot of them like that in the States. And I tell them, well, then what the hell you doing here? My parents came here looking for a better life. It looks like you came here looking for a better life too. So what do you call your kids that were born here?
That's true. That's a great point. That's a great point. That's
Man,
great.
hey man, all of this racism, man, all this race stuff to me, man, you know, me as an African American, me as an American African, so I look at this stuff, man, it's crazy, you know what I mean? And we deal with the white stuff here, but that stuff over there, you know, just seeing how this stuff is, man, it's crazy,
well,
man.
The reason I brought that up was to show everybody, because staying on topic, I do not feel that at all, and I don't know if Hey, Truth, do you feel that at all? I know you're here. Do you feel that at all?
I don't feel
Who
it.
got the
I think
feedback?
because
Somebody got noise in the background.
I don't have no noise.
No,
I don't have nothing on.
nah, not me either. I ain't got any.
Y'all mute. Yeah, everybody mute their stuff and go ahead, Truth.
What I was saying is that I don't feel it personally because I think I'm, African American, obviously, but I do see the caste system in place where a lot of the, the Blanco Dominicans are in higher positions. So even though the racism is not like something that's verbally expressed, I see it when I'm at Blue Mall or when I'm going out in certain places that they're in a lot of more successful positions. So that means to me that caste system is still operating, even though many people's families are obviously mixed, it still look as light skinned, it still look better. When I go to some of the Haitian salons and I see a white woman on a Haitian salon, because that's looked at as the standard of beauty, that lets me know that these problems are still functioning here. I think, so that's been my experiences, not just here in Dominican Republic, but also in Brazil and these other countries. So I do think that it's still here. It's just expressed in a different way. And it's more acceptable here than it is now in the United States, because I think that we've been privy to a lot of information and we've had a different type of awakening than most of our brothers and sisters around the world. So that's kind of like my short take on that. I did want to go ahead.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I mean, I don't have to go again, but I wanted to comment on that Puerto Rican thing that everybody was talking about, and kind of like my experience growing up where I grew up, because I was around the Puerto Ricans a lot when I used to go to the west side of my city in Humboldt Park, where the Latin Kings actually started. So I was always around them, and I would wonder why there were black Latin Kings, you know, in the gangs. Because when I was younger, I'm like, why are black people in the Latin Kings? But at that time, I didn't know that there were so many black Puerto Ricans and stuff like that. So, you know, I was just at odd, you know. But I think really a lot of it comes from the culture difference. When they come to the United States, just like the Mexicans, they stick together because they're like, man, it's us against everybody else. We understand one another. And so when I was in the bodegas on the west side of Chicago with the Puerto Ricans, they're very proud, you know, and it just seemed like they stick together. But they reminded me of just people who spoke Spanish, but just like African Americans. So I was always there around the Latin Kings, you know. So yeah, I kind of got to see that some. So that's my opinion on that.
I like that, man. That's great. That's great. And my brother back here, he over here agreeing with you. So yeah, that makes a lot of sense. DMR, what you was about to say, brother? Okay, cool. Can y'all hear me? Can everybody hear me?
I can hear you. I can hear you.
Everybody,
yeah, I hear you fine, man.
Troy got,
John. Hey, John.
Troy got Metro PCS over here on his internet, so so that's why sometimes it be in and out. I mean, don't tell Troy I said that. Go ahead.
Yeah. What I wanted to say, man, is that we being American Africans from America, we understand this thing better than anybody. I mean, I've had experiences with white people, so that alone opens my eyes up to a lot, you know. And again, you know, all Caucasians ain't bad, you know, no. But you just got to be careful, even with the ones that smile in your face, you know, just like your own people now. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah, hey, Mr. Mondo has a good point. Everybody know Mr. Mondo is our real estate person, and he'll be on next weekend. But Mr. Mondo says in the DR there's more classism than racism. It's a lot more. So he's born and raised here. So, and I can see that, and they kind of push it to the side. They don't really talk about racism. They just talk about classism, but. Like DMR just said, what I've noticed I'm here since 2020, all the light-skinned people got the good jobs. All the light-skinned people are at Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. It's no dark-skinned people at the front when you enter. All the light-skinned people are on the billboards. All the light-skinned people are politicians and running a president and running for councilman or whatever it is. I drive down the street every single day. I might see one dark-skinned person, and that's just what it is. And we as blacks, we say, oh man, that's kind of messed up, and they need to change that. But Dominicans don't feel that way. And just like Manuel is on here all the time, he's like, man, y'all bring up race too much. And I feel Manuel on that because he's like, man, we don't even talk about it. But do y'all think it's a bad thing because they don't talk about it and they just say, hey, dark-skinned people, y'all get behind us. I don't care what type of education y'all have. And light-skinned people, you know. So what's y'all feeling on that?
I feel, all right, John, I feel as though that's the norm over there because it seemed like that is systematic.
Right.
But what you just said, he said, we talk about race all the time. Our landscape is different than the DR. You know, I'm not going to go through the stuff,
and
man.
Manuel say we shouldn't bring that over here, and I'm not
right,
here
right,
to
no, true. Right. Yeah. Right. He's right. We shouldn't. But in our subconsciousness and our mindset, we have it because it's so embedded in us, right? Mm-hmm. But we know, like, everybody that's on the panel that's over there now, or they've been there like me, I know how to turn it off. I know how to turn that off.
I like that.
You see what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is, I think it's because of the norm over there. That's just how it go. you know, and it's been embedded like that. So
Let me
you
say
know,
this. Let me say this.
Well,
And Troy, let me say this, and y'all gonna laugh at it, but I'm being honest because y'all know I try to be honest. When Troy black ass get in my car, and when all my dark skinned friends get in the car, y'all, hey man, y'all got y'all passport because y'all black ass finna get us pulled over.
oh man, come
So,
on, man.
and it's the truth. It's the truth.
John,
I love, of
John,
course,
John,
I love all my
hold
dark
on,
skinned
John.
friends. I love them. I love them more than anything.
John, I was there before. I was there
that was
before. I
true in
didn't,
America too.
John, I was there 2 years ago. I didn't have my passport on me, right? But I had a copy of my passport. I didn't get stopped, right?
Mm-hmm.
So are you saying that it changed?
No. I'm saying that 9 times out of 10, if it's a dark skinned person in the car, like Black Crypto, he just went through it. If it's a dark skinned person in the car or walking, they gonna pull you over and slow you down. So if we go into the club at 10 o'clock, you got a dark skinned person in the car, you might get there at 10:30 because his black ass, you gonna get our ass pulled over.
Hey, coach, I still ain't forgot about that, man, because that thing is just low. It just caught me off guard. And what made it worse is my son was with me, man, you know? But,
But
you
we
know,
just have to live with it though. We just have to
I
be a
know.
part of it.
It was just something that just caught me. It really did catch me off guard. And I said, damn, man, I wasn't expecting that to happen, you know? But you know what? It's all good, man,
But
because, you know, I handled the
what
situation
let me say
pretty
this.
good.
You did, brother. You did. With all that being said, I still love the Dominican Republic more
Oh,
than any
absolutely.
place that I've been around. And they do have colorism. And of course, hey, I mean, what do y'all think
Whatever
about?
you
Y'all
want.
give me y'all opinion on them shipping Haitians and loading them up. I see them once a week loading up 20, 30 of them in front of my house. And
You
they
know,
I
I
think.
don't.
Oh,
I
somebody
was
else
gonna
was
say
raising
this.
their-
go
Yeah, I
ahead.
was just gonna say this right quick. I don't have a problem with that as long as Dominican politicians and elite don't go around getting offended when we start sending Dominicans back. See, if you're gonna do that to Haitians, then what's good for one is good for the other.
Right, right.
That makes sense. That
So,
makes
Yep,
sense.
so you know what I'm saying? Don't get mad when America starts sending Dominicans back.
right.
I will also say they need to know their history. The only thing that separates those two countries on that same small island, is one was conquered by the French and the others were conquered by the Spaniards.
Fans, yep,
That's it.
exactly.
And
That's it.
I don't know if this is true or not, but they said the Haitians in the beginning, and Haitian gunmen might be able to comment on this. The Haitian came over and freed a lot of the slaves in the Dominican Republic. That's what I heard.
That- That's how they got their independence. Haiti freed itself, then Haiti freed Dominican Republic from the Spaniards. Haiti was actually governing the whole island, then Dominican Republic got independence from Haiti, and that's what we end up where we at now.
Soul said,
Yeah.
I asked Soul about that. That's my daughter. Y'all know that's my daughter. And she said they don't talk about that, like how Haiti helped free them from slavery.
I wonder why.
It's because they got the colonizer mindset. It's like divide and conquer. You know, here it's a complicated situation here in the Dominican Republic or in countries like the Dominican Republic because families are intertwined and they've been used to the visual aspect of seeing whether you're negro or you're blanco or whatever you're brown, moreno. It's all mixed in. Where in the United States, we always had like a segregated mindset, right? And so as we, come to a country like this, they're not privy to the information I would say that we get in in the United States. It's so much access compared to most countries in the United States. And because we were just like our brothers and sisters here, we had the perms, we cared more about a lot of these things, and we started to renew our minds. So we're renewing our minds, just like a lot of our ancient documents talk about the renewing of our minds. And so it's going to take a process for Dominicans to do it themselves, where they weave out what is good for them because their situation is different and no one knows their situation better than them. Now, we as so-called African Americans, yes, we see how we've been divided worldwide between Jamaicans, Dominicans, Haitians, Ghanaians, Afro-Peruvian, whatever you want to say. We see it and we understand it because of, I guess, our dynamic is just so well diverse in what we have access to. And a lot of us in America, we study a lot of stuff in our passport. Let's not talk about the passport, our access to different countries. So we don't just read the books. We get to go to these places and see it for ourselves.
Right.
And that gives us an advantage, you know?
That's deep, brother. That's deep. That's a good point. That's
Amen.
a good point.
Yep. Excellent.
That's why I try to share so much history and talk about the Dominican Republic. It's so many, man. I could be making about $5,000-$6,000 a month right now if I just talked about ass and titties all the time. But it's just it ain't. That's just not me because everybody's talking about it. But
John,
I got a good iPhone. I can zoom in on some. Go ahead, my bad. Go ahead.
Hey, John, if I come to DR, I got dreads. See, I got dreads, right?
Right.
And I'm kind of dark brown.
Right.
You think I should carry a copy of my passport or my passport? Because I don't really like carrying my passport. I used to carry a copy of my passport.
Carry your passport, and we're gonna leave 30 minutes early because your black ass gonna have us late to the club. And Nikki too. Nikki, and see, Nikki, you got your passport and you ready? Because damn, you might get in the back seat, Nikki. Shit. Now go ahead, Nikki. I'm messing with you. I'm messing.
So, okay, so can you guys hear and see me? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, fantastic. I had to absolutely get in here. I was so effing pissed because I could hear the conversation and I was over there cooking because my computer was slow. I don't know why. Anyways, the first thing that I wanted to say is that I had mentioned to my boyfriend today, my reflection, the fact that you don't feel a way, that there are no political people who look like you that are out here. You feel no ways about that. He said, no, I have no problem with it. I said, so you don't think that your kids are seeing this and feeling a way about who they are and what they can possibly do with their lives and things? He said, no. I said, got it. So we had to have a further conversation, right? That's first. Second, I always carry my passport with me because I don't know if I'm ever going to get pulled over off of some BS. But I can tell you that after almost 2 years of coming here, I've never had anyone pull over whoever I was in the car with and ask me for my passport. Do I keep it with me for safety? Of course I do, because I am terrified of the thought of having to be put in the back of something where I can't get out of for some dumb crap that has nothing to do with except for the color of my skin. It's absolutely asinine. And let me tell you something else. I'm going to say this. I feel like I explained to you today, a lot of Dominican Republic, and I will not say always, I'm not going to generalize. A lot of Dominican Republic, they want for the world to view this country as a white country. And the bottom line is that it will never happen. And the world does not view this country as a white country. It will never happen.
Exactly.
It views it as a country of brown, poor people. Let's
Yep. Exactly.
So it doesn't matter how many goddamn people they put on their little flags or little political things. None of that matters. America does not look at this country as anything but majority a slut to come here and get effed. Okay? Come and get effed off. Come here and put your land and get your land and make your money. And I hate to say the truth, but that is the goddamn truth. And what's sad is that a lot of Dominicans who are not bilingual have no clue as to how the rest of the goddamn world views them. The truth of the matter is what the F said. All right? And for me, as a brown skin, a darker brown skin woman, I have never been treated as whatever. And I don't know the reason why, but I'll tell you this. I've dated white, black, Asian. I've dated every goddamn thing you can imagine. I'm 42 years old. That doesn't mean that I'm a slut. That doesn't mean that I slept with all these people. What I'm saying is that I've had experiences to hang out and to deal with and to date. And of all these men, I am desired. This complexion, who I am desired. And so are very many other Black women who look like me. So what I'm saying right now is to be clear. Let's be very clear. Women and people are looked at as the way that they represent themselves. I don't represent myself as a piece of shit, trashy woman, ghetto lady, or any of that shit. All right. So when I'm here, I am representing Black women for the entire world. So I don't go out acting a fool and looking a fool, because I'm already looked at as possibly Haitian, as if it's a bad thing, which is disgusting to say that because someone was born in wherever place and whatever they were in whatever color, that there's something wrong with them. It's disgusting. So I'm very grateful that I've had the experiences that I've had.
Well, let me. Hey, Nikki, I appreciate you sharing that. I feel that, and if don't ever go to Puerto Rico, because you're gonna really feel it in Puerto Rico.
I don't know that I would though, John, and I say that
really.
Spanish. I don't know. We'll do it. Let's do a test. Okay. What I'm saying is that my experience also is because let me be clear. Even with white America, my experience has not been that of quote unquote majority Black women, because I speak correct grammar. And growing up, I spoke like a white girl. Growing up, I was like, oh my God, yeah, let's do it, and all of this. So of course, white people weren't treating me the same way that they were treating people that came from the projects and things like that. Regardless of my complexion, they heard my dialect. And I think that has a lot to do with it. And that's a lot of the reason why I've been treated as greatly as I've been treated in this country as well, because my Spanish is as good as it is. I've not been.
I understand that. I can understand that. Yes, like, you're saying the way they carry yourself.
They don't know. Yeah, no one knows what to do with me. I'm an anomaly. When they meet me, they're like, "Where the hell is she from?" Because, my God, you know what I mean.
I would agree with her on that.
Put me in a box. You just can't do it at all.
Yeah, you mean the way you carry yourself is not like. I'm just gonna be honest. It's not hood. So you got somebody coming over there who's never been anywhere, and they talking like they still in the hood, being disrespectful, almost F you up, doing stuff like that, then of course you're going to get treated a certain way. I understand that.
And let me be very clear about something else. My students were kids from the projects. So I taught them and I showed them something different from what they knew. And initially they picked on me, they tried to bully me and shit like that. And then after they were like, yo, you're cool as F, Nikki, Miss Dorset, because they got to know me. So it's all about your heart and who you are. But what I'm saying is that I don't want to come off as to say that people who are ghetto and hood, and that's really who they are, to say that they deserve to be treated a nasty way. No one deserves.
No, you're right.
But what I'm saying is that my experience has been totally different because of and I'm grateful.
I have a question though. Are we supposed to carry our passport when we out in town?
Say it again one more time.
I hear everybody saying they carry their passport or they carry a copy of their passport. Are we supposed to carry our passport when we out in town?
Everybody's different. I carry a copy. I carry a copy of my passport.
I don't carry a copy and I don't carry it. I got my driver's license. I mean, I don't know. Are we supposed to? I never knew that. I just use my.
Okay,
I think it's. Go ahead, Nikki. Go ahead, Nikki.
Hey, Laura said, and Nikki, you always say ghetto. And ghetto is spelled Ghetto. So off rip, you're already doing what the Dominicans is doing, looking down on people because what, they're ghetto. Oh, honey. First and foremost, J. Laura, you and I have already kind of like had our thing. And let me be very clear. If you can rewrite your question in a way that I can understand what your actual question is, because does anyone understand the question? I'll read it again. And Nikki, and I'm going to read it verbatim. And Nikki, you always say ghetto, so off rip. You're already doing what Dominicans, and Dominicans is spelled incorrectly as well, is doing, looking down on people because what, they're ghetto. Honey, You didn't even spell there correctly either. None of this is spelled correctly, and I'm gonna let you have it. So what I'm gonna tell you right now is, please, can someone help me with what it is that he's trying to ask right now? Because I am confused. I am not looking down on anybody at all.
We can just skip it. We can just skip it and just move on. But
That's fine too. I would like to address him though when I can understand the goddamn question.
See that? See, that's the ignorance I'm talking about. The ignorance when she talking about ghetto. First of all, she don't understand the word. The ghetto was created by the federal government. I'm not gonna go into it. The federal government created the ghettos. So I'm not gonna go into this thing, but see what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about, the ignorance. You know what I mean? The people don't know anything about what comes out their mouth. They should just be quiet. You know what I mean?
yeah, that's true. But the thing is like,
I didn't know you supposed to have your passport on you when you out and about in the country, Dominican Republic. I did not know that. I was walking. I never had any police contact. It was always good, but I just didn't know. I'm walking out and about, just the booty bob, hanging out late. I guess I'm blessed.
yeah, and I mean, I've never had any issues, and most people don't have any issues. It's just that you hear about some stories sometimes where, hey, Truth, have you had any issues with the police, or do you keep your passport on you, or just a copy? What about you?
No, I mean, I don't keep my passport. I keep my passport somewhere safe while I'm here. And I mean, the only time I had to use my passport is at the bank. You know what I'm saying? If I use it to exchange currency or something like that. But other than that, I mean, no. I mean, I haven't been pulled over the police in other countries. Not in Dominican Republic, I can say that. I've been pulled by the police, and me not having my passport was not an issue, even though I didn't have my passport, like when I was in Mexico. So, I've been good.
Let me say this. I noticed dark-skinned brothers have a harder time getting a woman that they want here, and I love my dark-skinned brothers, and some of them make way more money than me. Some of them are even better than me as a person, I believe, because I don't think I'm all that. But like Troy, he's a great person, and they have a harder time because I think
Troy's all right.
Yeah, he over here laughing at you. He laughing at you, but it's just that dark skinned people have a harder time locking down the woman they want, because
I'm looking for love, ladies. Dominican women, man, what's up, man?
That's Americans. You talking about all Americans, Troy?
Looking for love.
He on that drink.
I'm looking for
John.
love, man. I'm looking for
John.
love, ladies.
I have never in my
I'm
life,
John.
I have never in my life heard that darker skinned men have a harder time finding what the hell is happening today.
That's my.
Yeah, I never heard that either, John. I never heard that either. I never seen it.
John.
I deal with 300 brothers. I have dealt with 300 brothers because they reach out to me and they talk to me, and most dark-skinned brothers have a harder time locking down a woman. That's what I see. I'm not saying it's facts. I'm talking about what I see.
Can I say this? Can I ask a question? Are they saying they have a harder time talking to women over there, or is this something that's self-inflicted? Are they taking some wound they have gotten in America over there and now thinking, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't see it, bro. I have a lot of friends over there, dark skin, who are American.
I'm not, and let me cut you off real quick. I'm not saying it's the Dominicans' fault, and I'm not saying it's American dark-skinned people's fault. I'm telling you what I see. That's all I'm saying. So and you know, because I love my dark-skinned people, but I'm just telling you, like, the light.
Give me an example. I need an example.
I got I'll give you one example. My only brother, dark-skinned brother, that's getting ready to get married is Carl. And all my other brothers that's light-skinned that I met and that introduced me to girls and their fiancés and stuff like that, they are getting married. They're locking stuff down. Now the ones that want to be serious, of course, you got the men that come over here and hoe around. I'm not talking about the dark-skinned men that want to hoe around. I'm not talking about the light-skinned men that want to hoe around. I'm talking about the ones that want to lock something down.
I think these guys just so happen to be unattractive. No disrespect to whichever.
Hey, Nikki, don't hold back.
I think
Nikki, don't hold back.
Wait a minute, let me finish.
I didn't say that.
They so happen to be overweight, and they just so happen to be darker skinned and unattractive. And I'm done. Like, come on, stop.
All right,
Nikki,
so me and
Nikki,
you
tell us what you
fight.
really think.
We about to fight, Nikki, me and you.
Tell us what you really think. You said the fat boys mad because they can't get no loving?
Fat, black, and ugly.
You said the black men are fat, whack, and ugly. Wow.
I think these guys must be fat, dark skinned, and ugly.
Wow. Hey, Nikki ain't holding back tonight. You been drinking?
Honey, let me, and Andy is, and definitely are.
Hey.
What I'm saying is that they just so happen to be dark skinned, but dark skin has nothing to do with it. Where their handicap is being ugly and fat.
Right.
Haitian
I think where their handicap is, I think they're handicapped because they don't know how to talk to women. And they're bringing some hurt to the DR, and they shouldn't, because it's not like that. Dominican Republic culture is beautiful.
Well, Haitian gunman says that's facts. Dark-skinned men have a harder time dating. Thank you, Haitian gunman. I'm just telling you.
No disrespect.
John, do these like guys got swag? You know, some of these cats, man, they ain't got no swag.
That's true. That's true.
Exactly. It's like just like Biggie Smalls. He said fat, black, and ugly, and still got women. And I bet he smelled so good. I bet that man wore a great cologne. Okay, like you said, these guys have no swagger for not wearing nice cologne, and their self-esteem is effed up. All right.
Well,
let's be clear. Half of these guys we're talking about, not half, let me not say that. Some of these guys are the passport bros that come over and you're thinking, oh, I'm going to get somebody because I can't get nobody. Let me tell you, yep, I'm on one today. Yep.
Dang, I ain't never seen that side of you. Okay, all right.
Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up.
John.
I've never seen it, John. I've never seen it. I'm sorry.
I think this, y'all. If it's a guy, my complexion, and he smell good, he dressed nice, and just like the brother said, you could talk to women, he could get that woman, bro. I don't, his color might be a little issue, but I'm telling you something. He will get that lady, bro. I'm telling you.
So I understand. So, you know, I'm like CNN and ESP, I mean, whatever, and I'm not trying to be like Fox. I'm telling you, I'm not Fox News. All I'm telling you is the dark-skinned brothers that come here that's looking for a relationship, no matter what it is. Nikki took it to the next level. She talking about maybe they don't have no game, and like DMR said, they ain't, you know. So,
but John,
with the truth, want to say something. But go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead, please.
I think.
I'm sorry, just one quick thing. I just want to say I need DMR to come back on the show several times. I'm loving this guy. Go ahead, Truth.
I love, that's
right. Yeah, I would say I agree with John, and I agree with some of what Nikki's saying. It's kind of both. I think one thing is that here in the Dominican Republic, I find that it's accepted as normal. Like, I had a woman talking about she don't like her nose, right? And she's a negative, you know, like, and I'm like, then what nose do you like? So what we got, and so now I got a lot of my brothers are dark-skinned brothers, you know, the dudes I hang with, and diversity, like being able to go in between, like the Blanco, you know, the white Dominicans, and go. I can go in between all of them. I feel like, not saying not another dark-skinned brother can't do that, because there's some dark-skinned brothers that are, you know, handsome to these women, and you know they can holler at anything. But I do think because of the mindset or the connotation that is with being dark-skinned, that goes with dark-skinned, it has affected them. And I've seen that with some of my brothers. Like my homeboy, he very dark-skinned. He's from Africa, but he loves the DR. His chick, she's she blonde. She's a white chick, a white Dominican. However, so I think it's based on the individuals within the society. But I do understand what you're talking about, John, because a lot of times they look at them as Haitians or something. even though you got dark-skinned Dominicans, and they'll be like they Haitians, and that's another thing that I think is crazy also. But I do understand that this society has a different system. So yeah,
do you think their parents? Do you think their parents might look down on that?
I think in some of these families, yes, their parents might look down on it because being negative is associated with being poor. If you want to call it classism, well, if it's classism and the negative people are at the bottom, all the black people at the bottom, I've been to a lot of these countries, whether you go to Brazil, Colombia, black people, United States, we're at the bottom. And so you can call it whatever you want, but all I know is I see our people on the bottom and lacking economical means. So, and yes, you know, so we got to be real about that, you know, like, yeah, sometimes I might be able to get a certain chick because I'm light enough or something, I guess. And my brother, and that doesn't mean my brother doesn't look better than me or something. It just means that people have their different tastes, I guess, you know, and I've seen a lot of these countries, sometimes that matters, you know, I guess, I don't know.
I agree. I appreciate
Can I say something, John? Jay Lawrence had put a comment up there. He said, if you got bread, you can pull anything. Money and material status means a lot because when you come from America, they looking for money. They think we all, you know what I'm saying? That's part of it. Let's not ignore that.
No, you're right.
Now that being said, I want to say this. I got the dark skinned friend who lives out there in Dominican Republic. I know for a fact he be taking them down. I think he got more than he can handle. Him and his dog and his bar and his pool and his nice house. I keep telling him, bro, he always stay up in the chick. So you know what I'm saying? I just don't see it, bro. Now maybe you have, but I know my man Troy, he be knocking them down. He's an all-star. He is an all-star out there. Let me tell you.
Allegedly.
No. He knocks them down. For real. Your man be hitting grand slams.
Okay. That's true. I know Troy be having fun. Man, you talking about peace be still. He takes peace be still to another level. I love it.
Yeah. Hey, John.
Yeah.
When I was there, man, I had a copy on passport. I wasn't stopped not one time. I stayed in Pantini. Though. I was with my friend that was from DR, from Haiti. Us two was going all around, you know what I mean? Norte, we went to Norte, we went to Duarte, we went to the Blue Mall, the Agora Mall, all over the place. So, you know, I mean, I'm not saying that you're not right, but what I'm saying is that I wasn't stopping there a bit. You know what I mean?
Let me tell y'all about Carl real quick. And he's dark. That's the only dark-skinned brother that I noticed that his fiance really loves him. She's light-skinned. You know, he was with me last week. They have a strong relationship like me and Dominga, and she handles everything that he does. You know, he sends the money. She keeps receipts and everything. When it's time to go get something, I seen her go in on some Dominicans that tried to like upcharge her the gringo price and all that stuff. And he sit back or whatever, but she takes care of this brother. And I really love that. My heart goes out to them because you don't see too many. And that's another thing. You don't see too many dark skin. You don't even see dark skin and light skin Dominicans together. So that's a point right there. Why you don't see dark skin, the dark skinned Dominican and a light skinned Dominican together? You don't see that. So
no, I disagree, John. I've seen it. I mean,
not that much.
You've been around the country, but you've been around the country a lot more than me. So I'm surprised you're saying this.
Man,
I have seen it.
I can push record on a video in the Malecon and the Colonial Zone, and I'll just let it play, and you count how many dark skinned, light skinned couples they have.
A matter of fact, what I've seen is can I say this? What I've seen is. Can I just say this? What I've seen is.
I'm not talking about the white folks.
Listen. I've seen light skinned Dominicans who, once you get cool, they'll tell you, my father's Haitian, my mother's Haitian. They'll tell you I'm Haitian, both their parents Haitian, and they'll be light white. You understand what I'm saying?
That's not what I'm saying. You missing the whole point.
I know. What I'm saying is,
walking down the street holding hands as a couple.
in Puerto Plata, I see it all the time.
Exactly. And I'm going to take, and yes, Mr. Darjan has been living here longer than me. It's undoubtable. And guess what? Absolutely not, sir. I have seen young ladies my complexion and darker and a little bit lighter than me. And let me tell you something. My boyfriend right now is the first brown guy that's Dominican that I've dated in years. All right? The only Dominicans that were wanting to date me were Dominicans that were like damn near white for years. And I was like, God dang, why can't I get a little brownie like me? You know why? Because brownies don't want to a lot of times be with the brownies. It's the light, dang near whites that like to be with the little brownie. Let me tell you that. All right.
Let me say this. I'm Michael Jackson, you Tito, and you supposed to be agreeing with me, but it's all good.
I came to give the people what they pay for today, honey. And speaking of pay, what's happening with the memberships, guys? Sign up for your memberships. Hello. What's going on with the super chats? Can we get a super chat? Can we get likes? Can we get all of that? Because today we are on fire, bitch. All right.
She's doing this because Rico's not here.
That's right. Hey, and our channel is building strong. Hey, I interview a dark-skinned guy. Y'all have any questions I need to ask him? I interview a dark-skinned Dominican. What's some of the questions y'all think I should ask him? I interview him on Friday coming up. Give me some of the questions, because I'm gonna put him down.
Ask him.
He speaks English.
Ask him, has he ever been successful with any light-skinned Dominican?
Well, he dating my daughter. He dates my daughter, my stepdaughter.
Stepdaughter, so?
No, the oldest one. The one you don't never see on the channel. The oldest one. Her name is Chris.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, any other questions I need to ask?
I got a question. When is DMR coming back? Because I am effing with DMR.
Hey, I'm trying to look. Hey, Nikki, I'm trying to come back next month, but I'm kind of in a little funk right now. But I'll let John know to let you know, because I'm trying to come there next month. I got a vacation in the first week of April. I'm trying to come there. I'm trying to come.
DMR, bring your butt. I'm a great time. John's a great time. I don't know if you're ready.
Yeah, we're going to definitely hook up.
Yeah, I'm like right now, right? I'm kind of dealing with something, but I will let John know at the end of the week if I can come, because I'm supposed to come next month. I don't normally tell my stuff like that out like that on here, but I'll say it. I'm trying to come next month. So if I come down there, I got to hook up with y'all too. You know what I'm saying?
You ain't gotta break it down like I'm your girl and stuff. I hear you like, listen, baby, I'm coming. Listen, baby.
Hey, let me read.
I just want to say this lastly. In the meantime, we need you back on the show, though.
Okay, sis. Okay, no problem.
That's
family.
Go
ahead, John. I'll shut up now.
Quan, I love this. What Quan said. Quan says, I thought DMR was supposed to be magical paradise. It is. And getting back on subject. With all that being said, I love the Dominican Republic. I don't have nothing bad to say about it. It's some things that jump out at me that kind of like make me frown a little bit. But the energy, the people, you don't have to worry about getting shot with an AK-47 in the Third Ward, Calio in New Orleans.
Right.
It's a good feeling, you know. And if somebody gonna get you, they're going to steal your phone or something like that. And then I don't feel racism. See, I dealt with a lot of white people in my life because I played baseball my whole life. I was the only black on my baseball team. I always felt racism. I would always hear him say the N word to me and treat me different. And like, man, I'm not even doing nothing wrong. So I don't feel that in the Dominican Republic. You know, I'm jumping subjects a little bit. I'm going to tell y'all this real quick. Truth. When I played with the New York Yankees, Puerto Ricans and Dominicans would fight all the damn time. I don't care if it was over a piece of chicken. I don't care. I don't care if it was over the music. One wanted to listen to Romeo Santos. One wanted to listen to Bad Bunny. I don't care who it was or what it was. They fought over everything. But when they stepped on that baseball field, they dapped each other up. But I don't know what the blood is with Puerto Ricans and Dominicans, but they stayed beefing all the time.
I think it's like
I'm gonna say,
Go ahead, brother.
Go ahead.
No, you got it.
I think it's like, just like the Ghanaians and Nigerians or the Trinidadians and the Jamaicans, man. We are a people, whether we're Dominican, Puerto Rican, from, Africa, wherever, our people are unique and special people. We when we're at our highest, we make each other better. We're always in competition. Who got the best music? Who can cook the best? Who can do this? So when we're in our higher selves, we elevate each other. But when it comes to looking down on each other, then that's when the negative things come in there. There's nothing wrong with having brotherly competitions, but sometimes we forget that we're actually really in soul and spirit the same people, man. You can see it when I'm out here. It's just beautiful because I see the same stuff, man.
You're right, brother. It's a great feeling, like it's just to top what you just said or just kind of build on what you said. I wouldn't trade it for the world. It's a certain things if I was a president, or if I would bring these rules up and hey, start putting more dark-skinned people in these casinos and at the front as greeters. I would do stuff like that. But besides that, I love the Dominican Republic. I love it. I love it. I love it. So it was something I was gonna say. It's at the tip of my tongue.
I was gonna say. I say Jay Laura said that a lot of this stuff happens in America as well. I think you're talking about the mixed dating and all of that, which is true. And he said earlier we shouldn't stay just act like we live in a bubble, which I agree with. A lot of these problems stem from not only history, but in America being a powerful country, military and economic wise, we have a lot of influence. And if you got us feeding into that colorism bullcrap, then of course that's going to carry weight around the world. So we just got to reject that. But I know in Dominican Republic, I've never felt it. I never felt the racism or none of that.
Do y'all
People
think,
are beautiful.
No, I agree, brother. But y'all think, and this is for my whole Dominican Route family, everybody, the 35 people that's on right now. Do y'all think I'm wrong for going to the orphanage and telling all the kids, all the Dominican kids, so about their black history, their not black history, their African history, like where their roots came from, like in Africa?
No, I don't think that you're wrong, John, but I think that you should be careful.
Amen. Yes, amen.
Because the reason why I say that, we spoke about some stuff here, right? About how they are about that color thing. Just be careful, man. Just be careful, brother.
Jay, Truth, what you think about that? I appreciate it, DMR.
Sure, no problem.
I think that, us as so-called African Americans, because of our history, and I'm gonna just be real with this. Out of our people, we are the ones who are going to wake up the quickest because we're in a country that's multinational, right? We have so many different people from different countries that's in our country. And we've started to wake up to the truth about everything, right? And it's because we're just the access. I think that we have to be brave to actually address these situations because, yes, there's a European aspect here in the Dominican Republic. I seen it when I was at the museum earlier today, and I'm driving past. They talking about the history of the Europeans coming here, Cologne and all that, Christopher Cologne. And then I seen Africa. I think, yes, it's our responsibility to start talking about that because here in the Dominican Republic, let's be real, that sometimes that African culture is looked down upon, just like it was for a long time in the United States. We used to call Africans African booty scratcher. I'm not saying I was, but a lot of people in ignorance was doing that. Yeah. And that's because of our ignorance. And so we got to be real. It's our responsibility, not talking about African Americans, but I'm talking about us as a whole, as a people, whether you're Dominican or you're of our culture and our, because I know we consider ourselves separate because the cultures is different. But when I see our people, I see it in the soul that we are one people. And so we have to help enlighten one another. We have to take that responsibility. Now we do have to be careful, like Brother DMR said, because when people are used to something and it's all that they know, they feel like you're attacking them. You know what I'm saying? And so it's a balance you have to walk.
I like that.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this.
Go ahead, Nick.
You know, you guys know that I've been to the orphanage. I've only been ever once, and I've been wanting to go back every other goddamn weekend ever since then. And I know that we can only go when we can afford to go, which is a lot of the reason why we ask you guys, please donate, please become a member, all those things so that we can go back more and do more for the orphanage. So let me be clear about that. And then secondly, you know, when John talks about the African ancestry with the kids, a lot of these kids are between my complexion and John's complexion. So it's not that he's trying or wanting to tell kids that visibly when you're seeing them that they don't have our African ancestry that we have. They absolutely do. And to the point of where one child came to me, I don't want to say his name because I'm not going to do that, but he asked me what my last name was. And I told him my last name. And he says, and I'm just going to make up his first and middle name. He says, oh, well, then that means that I would be Carlos Juan Dorset once I become your son. And I said, you could be my son because you look just like me. I mean, this kid, I swear to you guys, he's on my, I did take a picture of he and it's on my page, on my YouTube. He literally looks like my baby boy. And I was like, damn it, dude. I got to get my life together so I can adopt this little boy, man. He went over, brought me a little flower off the ground, and I put it in my hand. Oh, my God, it was so sweet. And I say all of that to say, the way that John has done it has not been in a way that I feel that the kids were uncomfortable or felt aggressive, like, yo, you black, no, but you black. And I know that that's something that a lot of time, not all the time, but some, and you know what I'm saying, it happens with the black community that we get offended, and we say, but you black like I'm black, you know, and it's like, no, it doesn't work that way. You cannot speak to people like that because no one's gonna let me tell you, the biggest thing why I get frustrated with that is because I have two white cousins that I know from DNA.com, and they're completely white. They're 99%. I'm 23% white, for God's sake. And guess what? When you see me, especially now that I've been here getting all this sun, someone wants to tell me, oh, you don't have any white meat. I'm cool with that. I know my family and I know who I am. I don't have to argue. But again, it's not for anyone to tell me what I'm not, especially me knowing facts. So
and and Nikki knows, I tell them, I said, love your Spanish heritage and love your African heritage also. And that's what I tell them. You know, I don't know, a lot of y'all already know this, but if you want to make me cry and get emotional, talk about children.
We don't want to do it. We don't want to do that.
I know it.
We want you to have good mental health.
I know it, brother, but I'm talking about emotional because I fostered over 300 children, and I adopted one. So I get people to come at me saying, "Oh, you're around all these kids all the time." I changed diapers all my life from girls and boys. I did that my entire life, and I love working with children and helping children. And I just wanted to say that because I get some people to come at me because I didn't just start hanging around children in the Dominican Republic. I was doing it for 17 years.
You've been a mentor for years. Yeah,
right.
exactly.
I've been a mentor for years. You know,
Yeah.
So the thing is, when people come at me, because I just had to delete somebody for saying something stupid, but I don't like for people to abuse children or to talk. You know, every now and then, and it's a Haitian guy. He's in, and I don't care if he's Haitian or whatever, but I walk by him sometimes and I hear him say, "Hey, I got these 10-year-olds and 11-year-olds if y'all interested in it." And it makes me sick to my stomach. I want to blow his brains. I want to blow his brains out because he doesn't understand how much I love children. You know,
But you can't, you can't, John. Can I say something? I hear you. You got that going on in America too, but we know that goes on in countries that are not as wealthy as ours. But it goes
right,
on in America too. But you
right.
just can't feed into that unless you're gonna, because
Yeah.
you just can't. You
Unless
can't
he's
feed
ready
into that.
for it.
Yeah, and I think one day he gonna piss me off, or I'm gonna see him and he gonna say something stupid, and I'm gonna video record him, and then show him to the world. That's what I'm gonna do. But
And you
But
should.
John,
You should.
John, be careful with that, man, because you can be, entrenched with that stuff, and that can be connected to your name. So just ignore that cat, man. You know what I mean?
yeah, okay, I got you.
Hold on, guys. Wait, one quick second. You got off of what J. Lara had said.
I'm sorry. I got off. I got on my soapbox. I'm off now. I'm sorry, y'all.
No, it's okay because he had mentioned something about the kids going home. Where was the other one that J. Lara had said about going home to their kids?
J. Law said.
Here it is.
You could teach him that.
He says yes, but you have to remember, Nikki, John might teach them that, but when they go home, the parents might beat them for even thinking that. Sorry, but it's true. J. Lara, honey, we're talking about an orphanage. Unfortunately, these kids don't have parents. That's why they're in an orphanage. J. Lara, I need for you to pay a little bit more attention when we're talking about things so that you understand and you stay on task with what we're talking about.
But I think his point is that it's not something that's going to be encouraged by other people in the society.
No,
people
I get his point, honey. But for parents, they don't have any.
I know that. I understand what you're saying. But I think the point is that at large, the amount of time you spend in their life with what other people spend, the culture over there is not going to. Doesn't talk about. Matter of fact, John did a show where he said that your fiance, her father never talked about them having African descent. That people don't talk about that in Dominican. You said that before.
That's right.
So J Law's not far off. He said parents. He's just saying that's not what they teach and hand down to them like we do in America. And this goes back to what the other brother said when he talked about us as African Americans. I would go one further because I say this to our African brothers who come to America. I said, you got to look at what we've accomplished in America. We're only 15 to 20% of the population.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're actually more. I think we're 30, but whatever. They say 15 to 20. Yeah. But look what we accomplished. And they come from countries where black people are 80, 90% of the population. And the most wealthiest people in South Africa are white people.
Yep.
The most wealthiest people in, you know what I mean? So you come over here and now you want to, in Nigeria, there's a lot of wealthy people there and a lot of them are white. Now you want to come over here and look down on us, but you're the majority and you're still got white people who are in elite places. So I think as African Americans, we are unique people and we have accomplished a lot. We need to give ourselves a lot more credit.
Exactly.
I would agree with that. I just wanted to say to Nero mentioned that he heard my accent, that I sound like I'm from North or South Carolina. He's absolutely correct. I'm from North Carolina, and I lived in South Carolina for a little while. So, yes, you're correct. Good job.
I think that when you go to these countries, the truth is, man, our people, even us on the stage, our minds have been infiltrated. We've been infiltrated. And the sickness has taken hold of us for a long time. And a lot of us are starting to come up out of it. We're starting to heal because this is what the conversation was really about mental health, right? Well, mental health has a lot of different dimensions to it. And so, being that I've been to South Africa, I've been to Tanzania, I've been to Liberia, I've been to different countries, Kenya, whatever, Uganda. And like the brother was saying, they're still colonized. They're still not the richest. A lot of those countries, I study all this stuff. It'd be a white man that's the richest in these African countries. Except for right. And see, look, if you look at the Forbes list, because I do, African Americans, it's 9 people, I think, not even African Americans, it's 9, but I think it's 8 African Americans on there, right? And almost all of them are entertainers. You got Jay-Z on there, you got Robert Smith.
Or not.
Huh?
He's not an entertainer. Robert Smith is not an entertainer.
I know he's not, but he was in entertainment
And
with BET.
but Robert Smith was an investor. And I'm sorry, you talking about Robert Johnson, who owned BET. I'm talking about Robert Smith, who was an investor. He was a capital investor.
Yeah, I know who he is. His grandfather
he
used to work for a train station, brother, in Poole. He was a poor man. I looked into his history, right? So yeah, I know who you're talking about, and he's from Denver, Colorado. So
yes,
yeah, he's not. He's one of the ones who's not an entertainer, right?
There's another one. There's another one.
There was another one who was in ITT. He's like
yes. WWT
so,
is the name of the company he started.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying though. Most of the time, so I would say when we're dealing with our people around the world, it's important that we use images. The same images that were used to conquer us, we have to go back and we got to start using images of people that looks like our babies out here, so they can see that, hey, this is history. That doesn't mean that they have to neglect their other history or heritage, but this other part of them has been neglected for so long. So I think images is one of the greatest things to imprint positive aspects in a person's mind. I mean, they did it to do negative. I mean, we know the Christ has been white. Our grandparents had a white Christ in their houses sometimes, you know what I'm saying? And these images, that's why I think the brother was saying, somebody said their grandma was like, I think that was Brother Rico said that. His grandma was like, these are the children of God. Why would she say that? Because they're looking at that white Christ. And this is what's been ingrained in our heads. So we have to, as African Americans having access, I think bringing images, whether it's talking about we bring those images and start showing them. In fact, like the images of Christ, let's show the real images of Christ that they had locked away in the Russian icons. That cost $1,000. So I have those things, and when you start showing this stuff and bringing that truth, it's going to be hard for them to swallow at first, but it's going to stick in their head. Like somebody a long time ago showed me this, and then they might have that in their head to go research when they become older. And so we got to plant the seeds.
Can I ask you a question? I think at this point, I just want to get your idea. I think at this point, maybe the people we really need to wake up are ourselves.
That's exactly what he's saying. That's why his name is.
No. Okay, but some people say that. Some people say that, and they think you're talking to waking up white people or non-black people. I want to wake up black people to what we need to make our own standard. We need to stop using somebody else's standard, like skin bleaching cream or skin lightening cream is sold. I didn't know this. I did not know this, but skin lightening cream is sold to abundance in certain African countries, and I don't understand that.
And Asian countries as well. And let me just say this. I want to say a couple of things. First and foremost, truth resides. You are bringing all the truth today. I would love to have you back as well. I love it. You are saying nothing but the truth. And right here, right now, Easy, you're talking about validation. And let me tell you something. There's nothing more important than self-validation. And that is what you're talking about. As Black people, we have to validate ourselves. We no longer need to say, oh, well, white people don't do and the Asians don't do. What the F are we doing? Okay? How are we bettering what it is that we're doing? We have to set our own standard. Nobody, no other race can set a standard for me because I am not that race. I am a Black woman. I am Black presenting. You understand? So all that I can do for myself is have my own standard that is set. I don't need to, nor do I have to look for anyone else's validation, which again is another conversation that we're talking about today of the dark skin, the light skin, the this and that. I don't look for anyone to tell me any goddamn thing. I look in that mirror and I say, bitch, you better. And I say, yes, ma'am, you did it, and you did it again. And that is what we as Black people have to do. We did it, and we did it again, and we continue to do it. We are dope as F. We've always been that. There's no question about that. So, Easy, I will absolutely agree with you on everything that you have said as far as that is concerned.
Hey, y'all. I want y'all to close. Nikki, I want you to close out for me because Troy is about to take us out, and they looking at me crazy because I'm the only one that's not dressed. Awesome. Hey, Easy.
All right.
DMR, all of y'all, man. Love all y'all, man. Thank y'all so much for supporting the channel. Nikki, that's my partner in crime. She's gonna take y'all from there. And hey, brother, hit me up, Truth, if you still in town, and then we'll definitely get together.
Yeah, I'm actually leaving tomorrow, John, because I got to get back to this fitness and nutrition school. But I'll be back probably in April or May because I'm about to be done with that, and then I can live anywhere I want to live. I mean, so we definitely don't see each other.
Be safe, brother. Nikki, bye, DMR. See,
Check
easy.
us
See
out.
y'all
All right,
later.
John.
All
All
right.
right, brother,
Later,
be
John.
easy, be easy.
All right, John.
So what I'm going to say right now, I want for us to kind of give our last little things that we want to say, our last little words of like, hey, this is important that everyone knows this thing. And before I do that, I am going to address J. Lara again. Yes, Nikki, but the common little black girl in the ghetto isn't you. Sorry, wake up. No shit, Sherlock. I know that. I mentioned earlier that I am an anomaly. If you don't know what an anomaly means, that means I am unlike any other. I'm unlike any other 42-year-old. I'm unlike any other black woman. I'm unlike any other goddamn other thing. All right, silly. One of these days, me and you gonna high five when I see your ass, Jay Lara. We're gonna high five. It's cool. Anyway, everyone else, this has been such a great show today. I am humbled. I am honored, and I'm also pissed off that we didn't get together. Truth resides. I wish I would have known you were here. We would have hung out and had dope conversation. You are the type of person that I love to sit down and have that type of meeting of the minds, as well as you, DMR. Oh my God, I look forward to the time that we can get together and do that. As far as Easy goes,
Thank you, sir.
you're welcome for that. Easy Trump 2024. We'll get together. We'll argue. We'll agree. We'll argue and agree. We'll have a good time, and I appreciate that. So I'm going to let you each say your last words of anything that you would like to say that maybe you didn't have an opportunity to say earlier, and then I'll take each one of you down from there. So
Okay.
I'm going to start. Oh, go.
Yeah.
I'll start with you, DMR. Go ahead, honey.
Yeah, I just want to say this. You know, everything that we said, everybody had a good points. The mental health issue is really deep, especially coming from our people from here from DR. But when we get to DR, it's that whole color thing that we've been accustomed to in the United States.
Yep.
So the best thing to do, man, is when you go over to DR or any other country, just free your mind. We know what to look for. We know what to look for. You see what I'm saying? But you got to humble yourself because you're in another country.
I love that. You can't just,
Right. You're in another country. You humble yourself. You see what it is. See what it is. Now, if that's a country that you want to reside at, pick that country. If not, pick another country. But you got to respect the customs of the country. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, panel, all y'all made some good points. Nice meeting y'all. Nikki, hopefully I'll see you next month. I'm going to call John toward the end of the week and let him know the deal. With that being said, it's your boy DMR signing off.
Oh, we're gonna have you back.
Hey.
Oh my God, thank you so much.
All right, y'all. Bye.
Thanks, DMR. Thanks,
All
brother.
right, y'all.
All right.
Peace.
No, I want to say good night to y'all. It was a great time. Mental health wise, I have PTSD. I will tell you, it's pretty bad. It's bad. I'm not gonna lie. I take medication for it. I go to therapy for it. Even on good times, it's bad. It's not a week that goes by, and it's been like 16 years now that I have not had to deal with this. Even longer, I'll say 20. And when I go to Dominican Republic, I feel relief. But I don't live over there yet. But I can't wait to live over there. So, good time. Thank you. Have a good night, y'all.
Wait a minute, Easy.
Hey, you too, brother.
Let me tell you this before you go. First and foremost, thank you for being transparent and being vulnerable enough to even share that with us. And I love that about us as Black people. I think we're now opening up more to say we have all been traumatized. And we have to say, you know what? Until I have peace, no one else will have peace. Until I accept me, I can't accept anyone else. Until I have patience with myself, I can't have patience with you. And more importantly, until I have compassion for myself, I can't have it for you. And so because I have compassion for myself, I have compassion for you and what you shared with us today. So thank you so much for that. And I also have PTSD, unfortunately. And I was on medication. I can no longer have it while I'm here because I don't have my medical stuff in order just yet, but once I do have it in order, I'll be able to get my medication as well. So again, thank you so much for your sharing with us today, and we love you, and we'll definitely have you back, and we'll see you soon.
All right. Thank you. Good night. Good talking to you,
All
brother.
right. Hey, you too, brother. Good talking to you as well, man. I appreciate your points. Well, I'll just say this, Nikki. You and John, thanks for having me. Obviously, I'm gonna get to meet you guys in the future. I'm here now, but unfortunately, it didn't happen this time. So just thank you for having me on here. But I will say this, according to mental health, is really it's our time right now. The bright man and the bright woman is about to return, and as we return, the truth will be revealed even unto us. Self love is of course important. That is the beginning of all things, and from there we spread our love. And I just think like, and our brightness is about to take over the world again. It's spreading like a wildfire. The fact that we're having these conversations on different channels, I love it because it means our people are finally coming back through our resurrection. We was a dead people, and now the Creator Dios has given us life again. I feel like, showing us the different paths, making us look at ourselves very deeply. And so having conversations like this with my brothers and sisters is always pleasant because it allows us to expand with each other. So definitely, like I said, good conversation, and I appreciate y'all. So man, looking forward to meeting you and brother John.
Listen, let me tell you something. We're going to get together. We're going to do a live show all together. It's people like you that we absolutely love to have on the show because, you're bringing intelligent, articulate conversation to the show and bringing great points. And you're also very handsome, so good to look at as well. So that's always a good thing, all right? So thank you so much for coming, and we look forward to having you again. I look forward to meeting you in person too.
For sure. Look, likewise. But yeah, have buenos noches, noches. I'm still learning Espanol, so you know. But yep. All right. Peace out, though. Have a good night.
All right. Have a good night.
Thanks.
Okay, so I'm just gonna leave it at J Lara. Yeah, J Lara is bringing me all night. That sounds good. You do owe me a drink. I will gladly accept that drink. Let's get together and argue. It'll be a good time. All right, you guys. We had a great show tonight. I am grateful for the opportunity. And I think, like I said, tonight we had such a good show. And next week we'll have another great show. And you guys, like I always ask you, please, if you're not members already, please join so that we can spend more time at the orphanage. I don't have my own personal money to donate to the orphanage when we go there to do things. So the money that you guys are, when you're a member, or even when you do like a super chat, that money goes towards that. So the little bit of money that we got from, I believe it was 2 weeks ago, that money is going to go towards next Sunday when we go to the orphanage again. So all of you guys, buenas noches. Quiero decirle a ustedes, mil besos y todo eso. Thank you, teenagers stuck on an island. I did my best, and you spelled my name correctly. N-I-K-I, Nikki with 1K. All right, guys, have a good night. Love you all. Bye.